Merhaba arkadaşlar, kanalıma hoş geldiniz. Bugün Hogwarts Legacy'ye kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. En son biliyorsunuz Hogsmeade'e gittik ve orada bize bir troll saldırmıştı. Ondan sonra Ranrock'u gördük. Derken oradan kaçtık ve şu an buradayız. Ve en sonda Profesör Fig de bize bir mektup yazmıştı. Şimdi onun yanına gidiyoruz. Evet. Hoca da burada.
Professor, I'm glad to see you.
And I you. Thank Merlin you're in one piece. I heard about the attack. Trolls in Hogsmeade?
Sir, the trolls were wearing armor. It had that dark glow like the dragon collar.
Goblin silver. Ranrock used it to control the dragon. But how? And why send trolls too?
They were there because of me. I overheard Ranrock talking with Victor Rookwood.
Ranrock was in Hogsmeade with Rookwood.
The trolls were Ranrock's distraction so that Rookwood could get to me, and he would have had Sirona and the patrons at the Three Broomsticks not intervened.
This is grave news indeed. If Ranrock's goblins and dark wizards are after you, they want what we found in that vault.
Speaking of the vault, do you think that Ranrock is working with any of the goblins at Gringotts?
I do not. Gringotts goblins aren't typically the friendliest of beings, but they have a great deal of integrity. No, I dare say after what happened to that poor banker, the goblins at Gringotts are no followers of Ranrock.
They're after the locket. You said you discovered something in it.
Yes. I discovered an inscription. When I read it aloud, this map appeared. Clever enchantment. It's a map of Hogwarts, to be sure, but I do not know where it leads.
It leads to the library. A restricted section, to be precise, and a bit beyond. I see traces of magic there on the map.
I suspected you would see something.
Shall we go?
I appreciate your enthusiasm, and I'm eager to discover what we may find there as well. But if our experience at Gringotts, let alone what happened to Miriam, taught me anything, it's that the path we're on is terribly dangerous. I'd like you to work with Professor Hecat a bit before we continue.
But sir, how dangerous could the library be? Perhaps we're only after a book.
Perhaps we are only after a book, but we should be prepared for anything. Once you've honed your defensive magic further, come and see me. I'll let Professor Hecat know to expect you.
Tamam. Şimdi belli ki maceraya atılacağız ama
Revelio.
ne diyor? Sanki hoşuma gitmiş bir bakanlık beni. Ne. Peki, tamam. Peki. Evet, buradaki görev kilitli.
Revelio.
Haritada gördüğünüz gibi. Demek ki belli bir seviyeye ulaşmak gerekiyor. Profesör Hecat'a rapor verip öyle geleceğiz. Biraz da büyü öğrenmemiz gerekiyor galiba görev için.
I trust Mr. Brattleby was able to accommodate you.
Bunlar biraz daha yan görev olduğu için konuşmaları atladım.
Concentrate.
Yeni büyü öğreneceğiz. Incendio.
Steady.
Bu galiba saldırı için kırmızı bir büyü.
Good work.
Buradan büyümüzü seçelim. Ripero'nun yerine mi koysam Limos'un mu diye düşünüyorum da. Ripero'nun yerine koyayım ya. Onu çok kullanmıyoruz. Bakalım nasıl büyümüş. Of. Yakıyor lan.
Leviosa.
Hemen kullanamıyoruz.
Incendio.
You're getting it.
Of.
Keep at it. And do try not to incinerate yourself.
Lumos. Levioso. Incendio.
Settle
Of.
the blaze.
Çok iyi lan bu büyü.
Isn't it?
Levioso.
O iyi oldu.
Incendio.
Saldırıda biraz eksikti. Sağ ol hocam. Olduğu zaman ben yine uğrarım. Şimdi hocamın yanına gideyim. Profesör Pig'in yanına. Evet hocam. Dediğinizi yaptım.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, sir. You'll be pleased to know that I worked on my defensive magic with Professor Heckard.
So I hear. She tells me you've taken rather well to your new wand. You must continue to work with her and your other professors to improve your skills. That said, I don't wish to postpone our visit to the library any longer. So, shall we proceed?
Fig, I have work for you. Come.
Headmaster, I'm with a student and my schedule
Your
is...
schedule will wait indefinitely, as will your student. I would think that after all the trouble you caused me with Osric, you'd be eager to make amends. My office, 5 minutes.
Siktir git lan.
That man is exasperating. Unfortunately, our trip to the restricted section will have to wait a bit longer.
But, Professor,
We have no choice. It would be unwise to provoke our illustrious headmaster further. I shall find you when I've completed whatever toils I must endure.
Yine iş başa düştü ya. Harry Potter gibi çocuk olduk yine biz. Sigma olacağız dedik. Harry Potter
Revelio.
olduk ya. Neyse. Sebastian'la konuşacağız.
Sebastian mentioned sneaking into the restricted section. Perhaps he'll have an idea. Sebastian, there you are.
There you are. You promised me an explanation for what happened in the Three Broomsticks. Not many students have Victor Rookwood's attention. What was that all about?
I've never even met him. Perhaps he mistook me for another student.
If you say so. I won't press you now, but you will have to tell me what's going on at some point. You might need me. So, why were you looking for me?
I need to find something for Professor Fig, but it's in the restricted section of the library.
He can't get it himself?
He was called away by Black at the last moment. I suppose I could wait to get a note from him, but...
You want to show some initiative.
Precisely. You mentioned being clever enough not to get caught in the restricted section.
And I am. Meet me outside the library tonight. And tell no one.
Biraz soru sorayım ya.
What will
Yakalanırsak
happen
ne
if we're
olacak?
caught in the restricted section?
Detention, no doubt. But a word of caution or two will help. For one, avoid Peeves, the poltergeist.
Neyse biraz serseri
Aside
olalım
from
biz.
wanton destruction of property, he loves nothing more than telling on the likes of us.
How concerned should I be about the librarian?
Madame Scribner doesn't take kindly to clandestine activities taking place amongst her precious books, so do all that you can to avoid her. She and I have had our entanglements, but I can hold my own against her. You may not be so lucky.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll meet you later.
İyi ya, bu Sebastian delikanlı çocuk. Ha, gizli işler yapacağız herhalde. Bak burası kırmızı alan gösteriyor burayı.
See there? That's the door we need to reach. And those annoying prefects would love nothing more than to rat on us to Scribner, so don't let them see us. Understood?
I can be sneaky. Let's go.
Hold on now. There's a spell you should know. The Disillusionment Charm. Good for getting places you're not supposed to be. Cast it and you'll appear as little more than a trick of the light, just as long as you keep your distance and stay quiet.
You mean I'll actually be able to turn invisible?
Something like that. It's not as foolproof as a cloak, but those are expensive. And spells are free. Give it a try.
Evet, yeni büyü. Evet. Disillusionment. Biraz uzun bir büyüymüş ama yaparız herhalde. Bildiğin pelerin gibi ama işte ücretsiz dediği gibi. Bunu bir yerleştireyim. Nerede o? Heh. Lumos işimize yaramaz.
Silent.
If I can see you, the prefects might be able to as
Kız
well.
kendi kendine konuşuyor lan. Deli mi? Manyak mı? Sesi çok duyuyorlar ya. Baksana hemen duyuyorlar. Onu şöyle saptırsak. Bak bakayım orada birisi var. Hadi sen de git. Bak bakayım ben orada mıyım? Eyvallah. Allah bizi duydu. Koş. Tamam, biz görünmediysek Sebastian hiç görünmez.
Blast. The librarian's still here. Quick, behind the bookcase.
Damn. You told me the librarian would be gone by now.
I said usually, but it'll still be all right. Do you see her desk behind me? The key is in the drawer of that desk. Now, here's what we're going to do. I'll create a distraction to draw her away. You focus on getting the key. I'll meet you outside of the restricted section.
Wait, why do we need a key? Isn't there a spell for this?
Alohomora. That's how I always used to get in. But the librarian twigged that I knew the spell and cast an anti-Alohomora charm on the lock. So now it's just this key. But don't
Sebastian de
worry.
her boku yemiş
I
ya.
said I'd get you in, and I always keep my word. Trust me.
Yine sen şöyle git. Bak orada bir şey var. Ben anahtarı alayım şöyle. Heh.
The key. Here it is.
Lan birisi daha varmış burada. Ha o Sebastian'mış.
Is that you, Peeves?
Hadi. Tamam.
That wasn't so
İyi
difficult
lan,
after
kolay
all.
oldu.
Now to find that book.
Oh, that one's charmed to look more useful than it is. It's fooled me twice. Never judge a tone by its cover. they
Revelio.
say.
Biz bunu öğreneli çok oldu ya. Yeni mi öğretiyorsun sen bize?
Ghost, don't let her see you.
Hadi git hadi. Gitsene. Heh.
Should be in the clear now. No need for us to be skulking about. We must.
So what is it you've been looking for?
I'm looking for a cure to help my twin sister, Anne, so that she can return to Hogwarts. Because Merlin
Revelio.
knows everyone else has given up.
Why do you think we'll find a cure in the restricted section? Does the Hogwarts matron have nothing that can help Anne?
No, we've tried everyone from Nurse Blaney to St. Mungo's. But I can research on my own. No need to concern yourself with that right now. Let's focus on what you're after. Which is what, precisely?
I'll know it when I see it.
You're being awfully cryptic.
Revelio. Levioso. Revelio.
Bu ne? Yol tıkanmış.
Who have we here? Sebastian Solo and his new little friend. Out exploring where they shouldn't be. Naughty,
Yakalandık mı lan?
naughty. You'll get caught.
Git lan buradan.
Peeves, don't
Defol.
I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell. I'm going to tell.
Vay göt.
Oh, blasted Peeves! I've got to stop him, or at least get to the librarian with a good excuse for all of this.
Wait, I don't want you getting into trouble for me.
I have a way with the faculty when it comes to disciplinary matters. Besides, I like having friends who are in my debt. Now go. Good luck in your search.
Hadi bakalım sana boşlalalım.
Now, where has that damned poltergeist got to?
I know just the spell to repair this armor.
Helal lan. Bunu şimdi repair olum yapacağız.
Reparo.
Tamamdır.
Revelio.
Sandıklarda da hep bir şey var. Bunları almak lazım. Burada da bir sandık var.
Of course, traces of ancient magic. There must be more to this room. That's it.
Yine bir boyutlar arası geçiş yaptık ya. Burada ne varmış?
Revelio.
Peki.
Where might this lead?
Yine bir yere gidiyoruz.
Reparo.
Ya nasıl geçeceğiz? Şunu mu vuracağız?
Revelio.
Ne yapabiliriz ki? Şurada bir şey yok.
Levioso. Accio. Ah, I need to wake up that rune over there.
Böyle vuracağız. Geri çekiliyor bu. Ne yapacağız ki? Bunu bir deneyelim.
Incendio.
Bunun menzili yetmiyor yani. Koş koş koş koş koş.
Not surprising. Guards at the ready.
Ana. Dövüşeceğiz. Aa. Of. Bu çok iyi ya. Al sana da. Ama bir daha var.
Protego.
Al sana da. Hı. Peki. Ya şu komboları çok anlayamadım ama yapmaya çalışırım. Ne var? Tamam.
Revelio.
Yine korumalar var.
Protego.
Headshot attım ama işlemedi.
Levioso. Incendio. Protego.
Evet. Ha, şurada bir kasa var da Oraya nasıl ulaşacağız?
Revelio.
Bilmiyorum. Neyse orada dursun. Oraya gidilmiyor ya. Reparo yapsak olur mu acaba?
Reparo.
Olmadı.
Levioso.
Kendimize çeken büyü vardı bir. Nerede o? Heh.
Accio.
Yok. Olmuyor. Neyse bundan sonra bakabiliriz belki. Devamı nerede? Burayı tam anlamadım ama. Şöyle atlasak. Ha. Hop. Tamam.
This must be the way forward, but to where? Revelio.
Hop. Olmadı. Yine olmadı. Başka yeri mi vuracağız o zaman?
Nearly
Hadi.
there. Best keep my wits
Of,
about me.
tamam. Şunları da alalım.
Revelio.
Yine korumalar. Aa. Aa. Hepiniz gelin lan. Al sana da.
Levioso. Incendio. Protego. Levioso. Incendio.
Vay eşek.
Levioso. Incendio. Protego.
Bu alandan kaçmamız gerekiyor da.
Incendio. Levioso. Stupefy.
Gel hadi.
Accio. Incendio.
İyi dövüştük. Başka bir şey yok herhalde. Hadi gidelim.
It is a book after all.
Ne kitabı bu? Böyle büyük gücüm var lan. Her yeri yeşillendirdi. Kızı gördü bunları.
You wanted to see me?
Ha,
Headmistress
o kız bu kız
Fitzgerald.
herhalde.
Professor Rackham.
Miss
Bak,
Isadora Morganach, welcome.
Professor Rookwood. Professor Bakar.
We understand that you are adjusting well to life at Hogwarts.
I am.
I am glad, especially in light of your unusual situation, starting as a fifth year.
As it happens, I was also admitted to Hogwarts as a fifth year. I've never heard of another like us.
Miss Morganock, when we spoke yesterday after class, you asked about the beautiful swirls you saw years ago when we visited your hamlet.
I recognized you all immediately. I cannot thank you enough for what you did.
We were glad to help.
And yes, I did see swirls of magic everywhere that day. My father insists it was my imagination running wild, but it was certainly real to me.
It was not your imagination.
Percival, Professor Rackham can see them too, but we've never known of another who could.
I don't understand. What are they?
The whispers or traces that appear when a particular form of ancient magic is wielded.
Ancient magic.
Few are capable of wielding it. Hogwarts itself is a stronghold of ancient magic.
So if I can see traces of ancient magic, does that mean I can wield it too?
With the proper training.
But let us not get ahead of ourselves, Miss Morganock.
Before I can train you to wield such magic, you must first master all that Hogwarts has to offer.
A magic this powerful can do great harm in the wrong hands. It must be wielded by a select few. As such, we ask that you not speak to anyone about what we have discussed here today.
Bu kız hiç normal bakmıyor. Şuna baksana. Çok hırslı lan bu kız. Kesin bir şey yaptı bu. Evet, bu yolculuktan ne anladık? Ben de bilmiyorum.
Sneaking in the restricted section
Sebastian'ı
again!
kıstırmışlar lan.
I had thought we were through with this mischief. Clearly detentions are insufficient. I'm afraid I must take this
Biz
to
acaba
the
ispikleyecek mi?
headmaster. But that being said, Peeves informs me that you didn't come alone tonight. If someone has coerced you, I would have you tell me.
Sanki ispikleyecek.
You're a bright boy. Don't waste this.
There was
Vay
nobody
be.
else.
Adam.
I came alone.
Satmadı lan bizi.
Sebastian.
Helal.
What will your uncle say?
Adammışsın. Oha, bu ne lan? Batman'in 3. filminde bir adam vardı. Neydi onun ismi? Ona benzedim. Başka bir şey var mı? Da bu da yakışmadı ya. Savunmayı iyi arttırıyor da. Burada ne var? Gizemli kitap. Evet. Maske de bir değişik durdu.
Revelio.
Başka bir şey var mı ki acaba burada? Neyse, çıkalım artık buradan.
You
Selamünaleyküm.
cannot be serious.
Sen kimsin?
Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
Sıkıntım var hocam.
It is rather
Kim bu?
unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox. It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive, Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Tamam hocam, oldu, görüşürüz. Evet. Bitki dersine geldik. Yine acaba şu baharan bitkiler olacak mı ki? Kesin olur. Klasik.
Good morning, Professor Garlic.
How wonderful it is to see you again, Lenora dear. Oh, here, you'll need these for today's class. A little treat for your auntie. Ah, hello. Class, please welcome the newest rose in our garden. We do look forward to growing together. How thrilling it is to have everyone back together again. This year will be filled with enchantment and excitement, but the most important thing cultivated in herbology is knowledge. The prudent herbologist is no more afraid of the venomous tentacula than the bouncing bulb. Now then, today we will be acquainting ourselves with the mellifluous tuber known as the mandrake root. Accio. Let's see if we can't make our fibrous friends a bit more comfortable, shall we? First, let's protect our ears. Now, everyone, grip their mandrake by the tendrils and give it a firm tug.
Evet. Çek. Bunun olacağı belli. Of, ne oluyor lan? Tavan çökecek.
Place your mandrakes in the new pot and pat down the soil.
Göm çabuk. Ha, biz gömeceğiz. Göm.
The soil should envelop the root like a warm, dirty blanket, putting the mandrake right at ease. Reparo! I'm very sorry about that. Yours was a bit mature, I'm afraid. All right then, off you go. Splendid work, everyone! Now, for our next task, we'll be planting dittany at our potting.
I wonder if hippogriffs like knotgrass.
Yes, Professor.
Firstly, well done with your mandrake. They can be rather difficult to get a grasp of.
I'll say.
Neredeyse sarı oluyordum hocam ya.
Yes, of course,
Bir
the
daha olmaz.
cry of a mature mandragora can be fatal, so remember to keep those ears protected. Now, as I mentioned, next we'll be planting dittany. Let us find you some seeds.
I already have some, Professor. Pick them up in Hogsmeade.
You visited the Magic Neep. Wonderful! A prepared student is bound to bloom. I've arranged for you to have your own potting table here in the classroom. Wasn't easy to spare one on such late notice. Plant the seeds there now, and you can return to harvest them later. Even with soil, sunlight, and a bit of magic, they will take time to grow.
Let's see how to balance my star thistle arrangement.
Dittany's restorative properties make it a vital ingredient in the Wiggenweld potion, as you all should know from Professor Sharp's class.
Evet, 10 dakika sonra büyüyecek.
Well done! Once it can be harvested, your dittany will be ready to use in Wiggenweld potion. I'll let Professor Sharp tell you about that. Now, what say we branch out? Introduce you to a different sort of flora, the Chinese chomping cabbage. You'll find that some plants are better suited to uses outside of a cauldron. The cabbages do get testy without something to chew. Fortunately, I have a dummy for them to gnaw on. Be a dear and let them have a good chomping.
Yes, Professor.
They're in the other greenhouse. It's just at the end of the footbridge leading out of this room. Your classmate, Mr. Pruitt, has kindly offered to accompany you. Come back and see me when you're finished. Oh, and mind your fingers. They do bite.
Of.
Look at that.
Of.
They'll chomp on anything they can
Of.
get
3 kez ısırıyor. 4. Bayağı iyiymiş lan bu bitki.
45
tane alayım ben bunu. Burada varmış hazır.
I tended to the Chinese chomping cabbages, Professor.
Remarkable plants, aren't they? I hope they weren't too much trouble. Oh, don't see any bite marks or missing digits. And good, as you do seem to be quite green-fingered. Oh, I'm eager to see your skill in the soil continue to blossom.
Magical plants have so much to offer. I'm eager to learn more.
I'm glad. Herbology is a bounteous subject. Tend to your garden, and it will tend to you. Well, I suppose that's everything. Do come by for a chat
Hoca bizden
sometime. I
hoşlandı
so
ha.
enjoy checking in with my new
Aşık mısın hocam?
students.
Shouldn't there be auras or someone from the ministry guarding the school after the incident?
Professor Black would never
Evet.
allow that.
Şimdi iksir dersine gireceğiz.
Which he is.
Potions is one of the most challenging and hazardous subjects taught at this school. As fifth years, you will be required to reach new heights of both discipline and intellect. You will begin this term by brewing a Wiggenweld potion. Mr. Takar, can you tell us why this particular potion might come in handy?
Yes, Professor Sharp. The Wiggenweld potion can be used to sterilize and even heal a variety of injuries.
It can heal some injuries, but not all. Points for Ravenclaw. Before today's class is completed, each of you will have brewed a Wiggenweld potion of your own. You never know when you might need it. Please begin.
Bu iyileştirme büyüsü de bana lazım
even
zaten.
motion when crushing your ingredients.
Biz yapacağız. Tamam.
Please be meticulous when adding powder to your potions. One errant sneeze could be disastrous.
Biraz da bundan. Biraz daha. Karıştır. Bayağı yaptık ya.
I see most of you have not forgotten how to stir. Not an easy potion to brew. Well done. And from what I hear of your recent exploits in Hogsmeade, you'd also do well to practice brewing the defensive Edurus potion. Professor Weasley had you acquire the recipe from J. Pippin's, correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. For the moment, you can find the ingredients you need in my office. But in the future, you'll be expected to provide your own ingredients. Some can be harvested from the plants you grow in your herbology class, and rarer ones can be purchased. Others, however, may be harder to obtain, and will require you to be a bit more resourceful. Come and see me when you've finished brewing, and we'll see if it was skill or luck the first time around.
Don't fret if you run out of ingredients.
My parents considered keeping me home from school this year after the rumors of a goblin rebellion.
Did I hear Professor Sharp say that you have permission to go into his office?
Ya bir git ya. Neden bilmek istiyorsun?
Why does that matter to you?
Brilliant! And it matters because you can be a part of something truly creative. I'm Gareth, by the way. Gareth Weasley. Bit of a prodigy with potions, if I do say so myself.
Pleasure to meet you. Wait, are you related to Professor Weasley?
She's my aunt. Keeps too close an eye on me for comfort. Ugh.
Tamam,
But she
bırak beni
can't
hadi.
be everywhere. Listen, anyone with a troll-sized brain can brew an Edurus potion. I'm working on something that's certain to be spectacular. I'm just missing one tiny last ingredient that will add that extra spark.
I suspect that's where I come in.
You're as clever as I'd hoped. I simply need a single Fwooper feather. As you'll already be in Sharp's office with his permission, perhaps you could grab it for me.
Yok, alamam ben.
I don't know, Gareth. I don't want to get on Sharp's bad side.
You won't. Fwooper feathers aren't that valuable. Sharp won't even miss it.
Ya istemiyorum birader, işte zorlama yani.
I've enough to worry about collecting the ingredients he wants me to get. I'm afraid I can't help you.
I understand. I'll sort something else out.
Tamam, siktir git.
A well-prepared...
Revelio.
Pek bir şey yok. Şurada bir kasa var. Yalnız o değil de bayağı hırsızız ya biz. Bunu da alalım. Şunu da alalım. Başka?
Your potion stations organized and... Should you chop the Dittany or crush it? The wrong answer could result in the unfortunate loss of your eyebrows.
And now we add the mallow sweet, and that's
Bu da ona
odd.
dursun.
What's happening? Wait, it's not supposed to. Ah!
Gareth! Not again.
Oh, the smell! Dragon dung! What happened?
Well done, Gareth.
What now, Mr. Weasley?
Sorry, Professor.
That'll be points from Gryffindor. Again.
Tamam, yaptım. Yaptım hocam.
I brewed an Edorus potion as you asked, Professor.
Glad you managed to stay on task. Not every class is so eventful. I saw Mr. Weasley speaking with you earlier. He can be quite persuasive. Glad you managed to resist. You've done well today.
Hoca.
I confess I was skeptical given the advanced nature of this class and the fact you're a new student.
Hocanın gözüne
I'm
girdik.
glad I was able to meet your expectations.
A rare occurrence. And you do well to remember that you're not a potions master quite yet. In addition to having a solid grasp of how to combine various ingredients, you should gain an understanding of the ingredients themselves. Pay particular attention in herbology. The plants you nurture there are often essential to the potions you brew here. Now, I recommend that you find a safe location in which to practice brewing. You cannot leave a hot cauldron simply anywhere. And you can keep that Fwooper feather. This time. That'll be all.
Tüy aldığımızda görmüş.
I
Peki.
think each of us has had enough excitement for...
Aa, bu Hagrid'in evi değil mi lan? Aynen, Hagrid'in evi bu.
Revelio.
İçine girebiliyor muyuz ki? Giriyoruz. Bayağı evini yapmışlar ya. Kimse yaşamıyor herhalde. Arka kapıda var. Tam olmasa da benzetmişler aslında ya.
Levioso. Reparo.
Adamlar da hiçbir şey demiyor bak. Bayağı yoluna devam ediyorlar. Evet. Ha, şu Gryffindorlu kız.
It is good to
Hello, Natty. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was there, and I saw what happened with Rookwood and Harlow at the Three Broomsticks. I have been worried about you.
I'm all right at the moment.
If you don't mind my asking, why were they looking for you?
Herkesten benden bir şey
I've never
öğrenmek
met
istiyor.
Rookwood or
Söyleyemem.
Harlow. Perhaps they mistook me for another student.
A bit odd. The two of them pursuing a Hogwarts student so intently. But whatever the reason, you were clearly in danger. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us. Which is why I wanted to speak to you. Everyone has been talking about you defending Hogsmeade from that troll attack. And I shall never forget watching Sorona stand up to Rookwood and Harlow in the Three Broomsticks. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And you should know that Rookwood is in league with Ranrock.
I had heard they were seen in Hogsmeade together. All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Beg your pardon. How dare
Revelio. What's going on here?
Ha, burada sandıklar var da kitle.
I never thought Ranrock's loyalists would go this far.
Ranrock mu? Ya bunlar hep yan görev de bölümü çok uzatıyor ya. Burada da bir sandık var. Peki. Görevimiz orada.
They must have come this
Yoruldum
way.
valla.
Think.
Ne oluyor lan? Ne olacak acaba?
Revelio.
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a doxy's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
Öyle mi?
You can't be serious.
Enough out of you.
Leave
Ne
her
yapıyorsun
alone.
lan?
Stupefied!
Hocam sen karışma.
Levioso, reparo.
Ne yapacaktınız? Ne dövdüm be? Ne oluyor lan?
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
Sen de gel. O ne? Peki.
Oh, I'm going to introduction.
Aa.
I'm not going anywhere with you.
You take this student over my dead body!
Potato,
Come on! How embarrassing!
Aa.
Expulso! Nice try!
Of. İyi dövüşüyor ama. Aa. Hop. Hop.
Levioso.
Hocam şunu bir dövelim gel.
Incendio.
Tamam. Al. Tamam bitti. Evet hocam.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
You all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Nocturne Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin?
Ne
Of the
kadar
legend of King
olağanüstü.
Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the mallow sweet on the swell, and we'll see what happens.
Bismillah.
My word!
Ne oluyor?
Did you see that? The vines disappeared.
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am
Şurayı yakacağız
curious
galiba.
about these pyres.
Accio. Incendio.
Birazdan mı yakınına gitmek lazım?
Mullins beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Şimdi ne olacak? Batıyor bayağı. Görüşürüz.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Al. Sen de al. Ha bir daha çık lan.
Incendio.
Tamam. Niye batmadı?
Clearly, all three of these pyres are meant
Bir
to
daha
be
çıktı lan.
lit.
Yeter. Bir matematiğim var acaba? İlk bunu yapacağız galiba. Al. Al. Heh, oldu.
Beard, how beautiful! What a day! I can
Bu ne şimdi?
believe it.
Bu ne hocam?
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require mallow sweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed. I shall return to the safety of my
Evet.
notes and...
Bayağı yoruldum ya.
Yes.
Bu ne? Tek bir tane görevimiz kaldı. Eklenecek mi acaba?
Greetings, young Slytherin.
Eklendi.
Scrope knows about the old book you found for Professor
Arkadaşlar o değildi, bu harita niye böyle büyüdü ya? Sana hem burada yan görevler var. Hem de yani daha şuralar aşağıda açılacak. Baksana. Bunları hep video dışı yapmam lazım benim. Ama bu videoluk yeterli ya. Yoruldum ben. Bula ışınlanalım bir. Tamam. Evet, bir 2 saat oldu herhalde ya. Çünkü bayağı bir yan görev yaptık aslında. Evet. Son dersimize de girelim.
I hope you were able to take care.
Professor,
Evet
I
hocam.
completed all of your most recent
Derslerinize de girdim. Bir büyü öğretim
Well
bize.
done. Then you're ready to learn Expelliarmus. Pay close
Expelliarmus.
attention. The disarming charm may often be all you need to defeat the most powerful dark witches and wizards you might encounter.
Tamam.
Spellcasting requires a focused mind and a steady wand.
Expelliarmus.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do. What is it?
I wondered, did you attend Hogwarts?
I did. I am a proud member of Ravenclaw House. Why do you ask?
I was curious as to how Hogwarts has changed over the years.
I see. Well, the castle itself, as I'm sure you have surmised, is full of surprises. I dare say more than the staircases change around here. As for the students, well, they seem to get more capable every year. Although, we got up to just as much mischief in my day as you seem to now. I used to look the other way at all sorts of roguery when I was head girl. I can tell you, however, that I did once admonish a certain Phineas Nigellus Black for enjoying a sugar quill during a lecture.
I hadn't realized that you and Professor Black were, students here together.
Appearances can be...
Time itself. An unspeak...
Ne kadar büyüleyici diyorum ki ders ilgimizi anlasın. Daha çok şey öğrenelim. Evet, deneme 1-2-3 yapalım. Nerede? Heh.
Expelliarmus!
You seem to have the right end of the stick,
Of.
but keep practicing.
Incendio.
Expelliarmus may save your life.
Accio. Levioso. Expelliarmus. Incendio.
Bayağı geliştirdik ya kendimizi.
Levioso.
Evet arkadaşlar, bugünlük yeter. 1-2 saat oldu video. Tabii ben bunu keseceğim çünkü yan görevler de yaptım. Onları sizin için boş zaman kaybı olacak. Ana görevden ilerleyeceğiz. Ben yan görevlerde video dışı yaparım. Videoyu izlediğiniz için teşekkür ederim. Kanala abone olmayı, videoyu beğenmeyi unutmayın. Düşüncelerinizi yorumlarda belirtebilirsiniz. Hoşça kalın.